Ladies and gentlemen, Missouri Military Academy welcomes you to our 2024 Mother's Day Review. I am your announcer, Cadet Cooper Johnston of Gene Autry, Oklahoma. A review is a military ceremony used to honor visiting dignitaries, present awards and decorations, or commemorate events. Use of reviews can be traced to the Middle Ages when rulers would demonstrate the strength of their armies by holding elaborate military events. At the beginning of the 17th century, armies throughout the world began adopting what is called the regimental system. In this, regiments were assigned a specific color or number for identification and position on the battlefield. In the American Army, reviews were initiated during the Revolutionary War by George Washington's drill master, Baron Friedrich von Steuben, whose guidance forms the backbone of the drill and ceremonies of the U.S. Army even to this day. The presence of the band represents the significant role that the drum, fife, and other musical instruments have played throughout military history for signaling in camp or on the battlefield. The colors at the center of the formation represents their presence at the forefront of the unit during the heat of battle. In battle, the color or flag party marched at the front and center of its unit to organize itself around. By leading the unit in battle, the colors became prime targets because victories were expressed in terms of number of enemy colors captured, so the color party bore the brunt of the battle and suffered heavy casualties. Today, the color party posts at the center of the formation as a reminder of its historic significance. An MMA review consists of 4 stages: a formation of troops, inspection of the units, presentation of honors, and pass in review. First is a formation of troops in which MMA's battalion staff and band leads MMA's 4 cadet companies onto the parade field where they are formed for review. The band will also sound off by performing on the field for all mothers who are in attendance. The second stage, inspection, will see the individual units perform manual of arms, followed by the parade reviewing officer and honored guest inspecting cadets in their formations. Stage 3 is presentation and honors, in which all officers and colors are centered on the parade reviewing officer while the national anthem is played. Awards and recognitions are also bestowed upon deserving individuals. In Stage 4, the Corps of Cadets will pass in review in tribute to all of our loved ones and guests, and especially all mothers in attendance today. Ladies and gentlemen, you can now see your 135th Corps of Cadets marching towards Colonel's Field for today's ceremony. Leading the way is the MMA Marching Band along with the MMA Pipers. Our Pipers are led by Pipe Major Adam Swenson of Youngstown, New York. And the Marching Band is commanded by Cadet Justin K. Stagel of Moberly, Missouri. The Drum Major is Cadet Angelo Urdaneta of Boca Raton, Florida. The acting first sergeant is Cadet Miles Matthews of Fairfield Bay, Arkansas. Next in the march is Bravo Company, commanded by Cadet Nathan Dempsey of Colleyville, Texas. The company first sergeant is Cadet Matthew Hallam of Dallas, Texas. In the center of the line is the MMA Color Guard, commanded by Cadet Alvaro Gonzalez of Mexico City, Mexico. Marching directly behind our national colors is our International Color Guard, commanded by Cadet Kuslin Termuk of Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Following behind the Color Guard is Charlie Company, commanded by Cadet Braden Phelps of Temple, Texas. The company first sergeant is Cadet Malachi Emery of Manchester, Missouri. Last in the line of march is Echo Company, commanded by Cadet Mason Brooks of Henrietta, Texas. The company first sergeant is Cadet Evan Batson of Santa Ynez, California. The bugle call you just heard was attention. It is used to alert the cadet commanders that adjutant's call is about to sound, signaling the start of the review. The adjutant for today's review is Cadet Ryan Miles of Dallas, Texas. The cadets standing before you today come from 27 U.S. states and territories, as well as 10 countries. We are a genuine international campus. The march that will be played as the cadets march on to their final position is the Bluebells of Scotland. Now marching into the center of the field is the Cadet Battalion Commander and his staff. The Battalion Commander for today's review is Cadet Bradley Thumby of Memphis, Tennessee. The Battalion Executive Officer is Cadet Ziye Zhou of Shenzhen, China. The Battalion Sergeant Major is Cadet Gabriel Iglesias of San Salvador, El Salvador. The Battalion Security and Intelligence Officer is Cadet Gaston Castellum of Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. The Battalion Plans and Operations Officer is Cadet Cruz Hagen of Kirksville, Missouri. The Logistics Officer is Cadet Connor Moore of Mexico, Missouri. The Public Affairs Officer is Cadet Samuel Way of Milton, Georgia.
Cadets are present accounted for.
The Corps will now execute the Manual of Arms to demonstrate their discipline, teamwork, precision, and drill capability. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for honors to Brigadier General Richard Geraci, U.S. Army retired and President at Missouri Military Academy. General Geraci will be today's reviewing officer. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated.
Sir, the other 35th Corps Cadets is ready for inspection. Carry on. Order!
At the command, all officers in colors center march. All unit commanders and guidon bearers march to the front and center of the battalion formation. Historically, it was at this point the commanding officers would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Following this, the commanders would face about, return to their units, and pass the information along to their troops.
All officer colors! Forward! Forward! Battalion, present! Forward! Now, Forward! Sir, all officers and colors are all present. Present the honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated.
Battalion, order! Forward! Battalion,
Office of the Commandant, Special Order Number 38, Mexico, Missouri, dated 12 May 2024. Special assignments. Battalion Drum Major, Miles Matthews. Battalion Pipe Major, Adam Swinson. International Color Guard Commander, Earman Gambat. Parade Color Guard Commander, Luke Wolf. Assistant Armorer, Jonathan Valesa. Battalion Armorer, Andrew McConnell. Religious Assistant to the Chapel, Eric Schallebarger. Morale and Activities Assistant, Deontay Kearns. Morale and Activities NCO, Cooper Johnston. Physical Fitness NCO, Aiden Zurafuchi. Province Marshal, Jihanna Faber Nziza. Battalion Quartermaster, Marcus Miller. Echo Company, First Sergeant, Batbeleg Bata. Executive Officer, River Punam Mitchell. Company Commander, Adam Swinson. Charlie Company, First Sergeant, Alvaro Gonzalez Fade. Executive Officer, Qasardine Solderdine. Company Commander, Alexander Pro. Bravo Company, First Sergeant, Triut Bu. Executive Officer, Mu Yi. Company Commander, Malachi Emery. Band Company, First Sergeant, Miles Matthews. Executive Officer, Monk Balor. Company Commander, Cruz Hagen. Battalion Staff, Battalion X6, Communications, Dwayne Thompson. Battalion S5, Public Affairs, John Tripp. Battalion S4, Logistics Officer, Dallas Grants. Battalion S3, Operations Officer, Clayton Reach. Battalion S2, Intelligence Officer, Aiden Beto. Battalion S1, Adjutant, Michael Pfeiffer. Battalion Command Group, Battalion Sergeant Major, Saydina Issa Joe. Battalion Executive Officer, Kuslin Termonk. And Battalion Commander, Mason Brooks. The Pass and Review serves two functions to the reviewing party. It dismisses the cadets and at the same time provides an opportunity to inspect the state of discipline and training. As the cadets pass the reviewing party, units will salute and turn their heads to render their respects. Ladies and gentlemen, now approaching the reviewing stand is a battalion commander, Cadet Bradley Thumby of Memphis, Tennessee. Now past the reviewing stand is band company, commanded by Cadet Justin K. Stagel of Moberly, Missouri. Now past the reviewing stand is Bravo Company, commanded by Cadet Nathan Dempsey of Colleyville, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise during the passing of our national colors. The MMA Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Alvaro Gonzalez of Mexico City, Mexico. And the MMA International Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Kluslin Termak of Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Now past the reviewing stand is Charlie Company, commanded by Cadet Braden Phelps of Temple, Texas. And last but not least is Echo Company, commanded by Cadet Mason Brooks of Henrietta, Texas.
Let's give these cadets a round of applause. Happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's Mother's Day review.